Wait, did you just see that? Ronaldo, Angelo and Felix tearing up the pitch again, and Al Nassr still perfect this season. But here's the twist. While Ronaldo's rewriting records in Saudi Arabia, Erling Haaland just dropped a shockingly humble response about Messi and Ronaldo that no one saw coming. What did he say? And why is it making headlines around the world? Stick around, because this one changes everything you thought you knew about football's next era. We'll explain everything in this video, step by step. Don't skip it. What a night of football madness, folks. The goals, the glory, the drama is everything you dream of on a night under the Saudi stars. Al Nassr, simply unstoppable. Ronaldo, the evergreen goal machine, doing what he's done for 2 decades, finding the net with the calmness of a cold assassin. One swing of that golden right foot, and boom, the stadium erupted. But it wasn't just CR7 tonight. Angelo and Felix joined the party. A trio of brilliance, a masterclass of movement and precision. Neom tried to stand tall. They fought hard. They even had moments where the crowd went silent. But Al Nassr, they're on another planet right now. Every pass, every touch, every finish screamed confidence. And let's not forget that perfect start continues. The pressure's on every rival in the league now. You can feel it, that mix of fear and admiration every time Al Nassr steps on the pitch. And while Ronaldo's still writing chapters in his never-ending football saga over in Manchester, Erling Haaland is busy doing something very Haalandish. When asked about Messi and Ronaldo comparisons, the Norwegian powerhouse just shrugged it off. They're legends, he said. I'm just doing my thing. Oh, classic Haaland scoring goals like a robot, but talking like a monk. Still, you can't help. But feel the weight of history here. Ronaldo's brilliance in Riyadh. Haaland's humility in Manchester, 2 eras colliding in the most poetic way. The torch may not have passed yet, but it's glowing in both hands. So as Al Nassr march on with a flawless record and Ronaldo keeps defying time itself, one thing's for sure, the beautiful game never runs out of magic. Because whether it's the roar of the crowd in Saudi Arabia or the chants at the Etihad Football never sleeps, and the legends, they never stop. Ronaldo once again proved why his name remains synonymous with excellence, leadership and unrelenting hunger for goals. From the very first whistle, the Portuguese icon was in his element, reading the game, orchestrating play and leading Al Nassr's attacking charge with that trademark confidence that has defined his legendary career. Every movement, every run into the box carried purpose. He wasn't just playing, he was dictating the rhythm, demanding more from his teammates, and reminding the world that age is merely a number when you possess such an unmatched drive for perfection. His opening touches were sharp, his awareness lethal. As Al Nassr built momentum, Ronaldo's instincts kicked in. He began drifting into pockets of space, teasing defenders who could only watch helplessly as he shifted gears. Then came the breakthrough moment, the kind of goal only he could deliver. A swift exchange of passes, a perfectly timed run, and a thunderous finish that sent the crowd into a frenzy. The roar of the fans echoed across the stadium as Ronaldo stood tall, celebrating in his iconic style, arms stretched, a symbol of dominance and inspiration. That single moment encapsulated everything Al Nassr stands for this season: precision, confidence and ambition. But Ronaldo's influence went beyond just scoring. His leadership on the pitch radiated through every player wearing yellow. He was seen shouting instructions, encouraging younger teammates, applauding every defensive clearance and creative move. His presence lifts not only the team's morale, but also their standard of play. The chemistry between Ronaldo and his attacking partners continues to evolve beautifully. His understanding with Angelo and Felix seems almost telepathic, quick exchanges, clever dummies, and perfectly weighted passes that cut through Neom's defence with surgical precision. Ronaldo's work rate was remarkable. Even when Al Nassr led comfortably, he tracked back, pressed high, and never stopped pushing for more. It wasn't just about personal glory, it was about maintaining momentum, about setting the tone for what has become a near-perfect campaign so far. The crowd fed off his energy, chanting his name with every touch, every sprint, every flick that carried danger. For the fans, it was more than football, it was theatre, and Ronaldo was both the hero and the director of this masterpiece. This performance once again showcased how Ronaldo's game has evolved with time. He's no longer just a winger bursting down the flank or a poacher waiting in the box. He's a complete leader, blending experience with ruthless efficiency. His movement remains intelligent, his finishing clinical, and his mentality unshakable. Opponents know what's coming, but they still can't stop it. His goal didn't just secure 3 points, it reinforced Al Nassr's image as a powerhouse determined to dominate. Each strike, each celebration adds another layer to his ever-growing legend. Ronaldo's consistency is the backbone of Al Nassr's perfect start. Week after week he delivers, turning matches into statements. His influence stretches far beyond statistics. It's the aura, the mentality, the fear he instills in defenders, and the hope he gives to fans. Every time he steps on the pitch, there's electricity in the air, a shared belief that something special is about to happen. Angelo and Felix stepped into the spotlight with performances that perfectly complemented Ronaldo's brilliance, showing that Al Nassr's success this season isn't just about one man, it's about a complete, synchronised attacking force. From the opening minutes, both players displayed a level of confidence and composure that made Neom's defence uncomfortable. Angelo, with his explosive pace and fearless dribbling, constantly stretched the opposition's back line, while Felix operated with surgical precision, threading passes through the tightest spaces and linking play with a maturity beyond his years. Their chemistry with Ronaldo was electric, and together they formed a triangle of chaos that Neom simply couldn't contain. Angelo's hunger was evident every time he touched the ball. He attacked defenders relentlessly, twisting and turning them inside out, always looking for that opening to break through. His understanding of when to make those darting runs behind the line was impeccable, often drawing defenders out of position and creating gaps for others to exploit. When his goal finally came, it was nothing short of spectacular, a perfectly timed burst into space, a sharp first touch to control a fast-moving ball, and a calm finish past the goalkeeper. The crowd erupted, not just because of the goal itself, but because it represented the fearless new energy he brings to Al Nassr's attack. Felix, on the other hand, played the role of the orchestrator. His vision and quick decision-making turned defence into attack in the blink of an eye. Whether dropping deep to collect the ball or sliding into the box to finish a move, his versatility made him a nightmare to mark. His passing range was on full display. Short, intricate combinations, one moment, long diagonal switches the next. And when the opportunity came, Felix showed he could finish just as effectively as he could create. His goal was a masterclass in positioning and composure, arriving in the right place at the right time to convert a low cross with minimal fuss, yet maximum precision. Together, Angelo and Felix brought balance and unpredictability to Al Nassr's forward play. Their movements complemented Ronaldo's perfectly. When he dropped deep, they surged forward. When he occupied defenders, they slipped into the gaps. It was a constant rotation of roles, a fluid, dynamic front line that kept Neom guessing. What made their performance stand out wasn't just the goals, but the understanding and discipline behind them. Every attack looked rehearsed yet spontaneous, structured yet free-flowing. Their teamwork symbolised the evolution of Al Nassr under pressure, a team no longer dependent on moments of individual brilliance, but one that thrives on collective strength. Angelo's raw energy fused seamlessly with Felix's technical elegance, creating a perfect balance of aggression and finesse. Every time the ball reached their feet, there was anticipation. In the air, a feeling that something was about to unfold. Their goals not only extended the lead, but also sent a clear message across the league that Al Nassr's firepower runs deep, with every player ready to rise when it matters most. Neom came into this clash knowing the challenge that awaited them, but what stood out most was their courage and determination in the face of Al Nassr's overwhelming quality. From the opening whistle, they showed no fear, pressing high, moving the ball quickly, and trying to disrupt the rhythm of a team that has been nearly flawless this season. For long stretches of the first half, Neom managed to frustrate Al Nassr, forcing them to recycle possession and closing down space in midfield. Their defensive line held firm early on, showing good organisation and communication. The goalkeeper was alert, making key saves that kept the game within reach, and for a while, it looked like Neom might just find a way to make this contest uncomfortable for the Giants from Riyadh. Their commitment to attack when given the chance was admirable. Neom didn't just park the bus, they played with ambition, trying to hit Al Nassr on the counter whenever the opportunity arose. The wingers used their pace to stretch the game, while the midfield fought tooth and nail to win second balls. A few times they caught Al Nassr off guard, forcing quick transitions and even creating half chances that silenced the home fans for brief moments. Those moments revealed a team that wasn't afraid of the occasion, a side that came prepared to challenge rather than just survive. But as the minutes passed, the sheer quality and experience of Al Nassr began to show. Neom's defenders started to tire, their lines of pressure weakened, and the space between midfield and defence widened. Still, even when the goals came, Neom's spirit didn't break. Players could be seen encouraging one another, clapping hands, shouting to stay organised. Every tackle, every interception, every block was celebrated like a small victory. That level of fight, even against one of the strongest teams in the league, earned them respect from both the opposition and the fans. What truly stood out about Neom's performance was their resilience. Even after conceding, they tried to respond, moving the ball forward quickly, attempting to build through the middle rather than resorting to long balls. The coach's instructions from the sideline were clear: stay brave, keep pushing, and believe in the process. That mentality kept the players motivated throughout the match, even as the scoreboard tilted further away from them. Their young talents show flashes of potential moments of individual brilliance, quick turns, clever passes that suggested this team has the foundation to grow stronger in the coming fixtures. Facing Al Nassr in this kind of form is like facing a tidal wave, and Neom did everything they could to stand their ground. Their work rate, discipline, and collective commitment to the game plan reflected a team that refused to be overwhelmed by reputation. Every time they regained possession, there was a sense of urgency, a desire to test themselves against the best. Though the scoreline favoured Al Nassr, Neom's determination and fighting spirit left a lasting impression, proving that effort and unity can shine even in defeat. Erling Haaland once again showed why he remains one of the most grounded superstars in modern football. Despite his incredible goal-scoring record and the constant comparisons to legends like Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, the Manchester City striker chose humility over hype. When questioned about being the next in line to carry the legacy of football's greatest names, Haaland's response was calm, measured and mature beyond his years. He made it clear that his focus isn't on competing with legends but on perfecting his own craft, improving each day and contributing to his team's success. It's the kind of mindset that defines champions' relentless pursuit of progress without the distraction of external noise. His remarks came at a time when fans and media alike are eager to label him as the heir to the Messi Ronaldo throne, but Haaland, in typical fashion, refused to entertain that narrative. He acknowledged the impact both icons have had on the sport, calling them untouchable legends, and expressed deep respect for what they achieved over the years. That kind of humility from a player who continues to break records at a staggering rate speaks volumes about his character. It shows a maturity that matches his physical dominance on the pitch, an understanding that greatness isn't declared, it's earned through consistency and time. On the field, Haaland continues to do what he does best: score goals with machine-like precision. Whether it's a towering header, a left-foot rocket, or a simple tap-in, his sense of positioning and timing is unmatched. But what's equally impressive is how he carries himself after each performance. There's no unnecessary showboating or arrogance. Instead, there's gratitude, focus, and an almost cold determination to move on to the next challenge. That attitude has made him a role model for young players around the world, not just for his talent, but for his discipline and professionalism. In interviews, Haaland often emphasises teamwork and preparation, crediting his coaches, teammates, and support staff for his continued success. It's a refreshing contrast in an era where individual accolades often dominate headlines. His ability to stay grounded despite global fame and constant media attention demonstrates remarkable mental strength. It's easy to forget that he's still in his early 20s, yet he carries himself with the poise of a seasoned veteran who understands the bigger picture of the sport. His relationship with Manchester City's philosophy also plays a major role in his outlook. Under Pep Guardiola, Haaland has embraced a system that values collective intelligence and tactical discipline over personal glory. Every goal he scores is part of a larger plan. Every run is calculated to serve the team's purpose. When he downplays comparisons to Messi and Ronaldo, it's not false modesty, it's clarity. He knows that his journey is his own and that chasing someone else's legacy isn't the path to greatness. Instead, he's building his own identity, one goal at a time, with quiet confidence and unwavering commitment. The world of football is witnessing a fascinating intersection of eras. Cristiano Ronaldo, the living legend, still dominating headlines with Al Nassr, and Erling Haaland, the new generation's unstoppable force rewriting records in the Premier League. These two figures represent different stages of football greatness, yet their stories continue to intertwine, creating a narrative that captures the imagination of fans across the globe. Ronaldo, now in the twilight of his career, continues to defy logic with his consistency, fitness and hunger to win, while Haaland, at the peak of his youth, embodies the evolution of the modern striker, powerful, efficient, and ruthlessly effective in front of goal. Together, they symbolise the bridge between past glory and future promise, a reminder that football's flame never fades, it simply finds new hands to carry it forward. Ronaldo's journey has been one of relentless ambition and transformation. From his days as a young winger dazzling defenders at Manchester United to his record-breaking exploits at Real Madrid, Juventus and now Al Nassr, he has shown what it means to adapt and conquer. His legacy isn't just built on goals and trophies, but on the mentality that drives him, the discipline, the obsession with improvement, and the refusal to settle. Every match he plays in Saudi Arabia feels like another statement, a declaration that greatness doesn't age, it evolves. His continued excellence serves as a benchmark for every player aspiring to reach football's highest level, and Haaland is no exception. On the other side stands Haaland, the Norwegian powerhouse who has stormed through European football with astonishing speed. His rise has been meteoric, from his breakout performances in Salzburg to his dominance at Borussia Dortmund and now his record-shattering run at Manchester City. What makes Haaland's story special is how he channels his immense talent with a simplicity that mirrors Ronaldo's early hunger. He doesn't complicate the game. He thrives on efficiency, precision and timing. Every touch, every run, every finish is calculated. Like Ronaldo, he possesses that rare instinct, the ability to turn half chances into goals and pressure into opportunity. Yet, while Ronaldo thrives on emotion, charisma and leadership, Haaland brings a colder, more analytical energy to the game. It's the contrast between the fire of experience and the ice of youth, both equally deadly in their own right. Fans today are witnessing something rare, the coexistence of two monumental forces whose careers, though at different stages, continue to inspire one another. Ronaldo's longevity sets the standard, Haaland's efficiency redefines it. This dynamic creates a beautiful cycle in football's storytelling. The torch of greatness isn't passed with words but with performance, and right now, both players are carrying it in their own ways. Ronaldo's influence is timeless, rooted in 2 decades of excellence, while Haaland's rise represents the inevitable future, a future that respects the past but refuses to live in its shadow. Together, they keep the spirit of competition alive, reminding the world that football's greatness doesn't belong to one era but continues to be written one goal, one legend, one generation at a time. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe.